Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brighton Gwamagobe, a trainer from Tanzania. Just going to present to you over the training feedback. So just background, the Working Group Africa English Group comprised 10 participants from 5 countries, 4 from Kenya, 3 from Tanzania, 1 from Ghana, 1 from Rwanda, and the other from Nigeria. We had one in common that our background in the application of remote, we had all the background of application of remote sensing in different field, even in different capacities. But generally, we had a common knowledge gap that we were high. The gap was high in our knowledge of the Copernicus services. Also, the use of QGIS software, application of Snap, also SAR images and its role in monitoring land cover, land use, the use of artificial intelligence and also machine learning in Earth observations. Those were the areas that we were having some sort of gap. But generally, we had a widely diversified, different thematic experience and interest among us. So, going to the structure that Africa, sorry, Working Group Africa TOT training was implemented for 10 weeks, stretching from June to November 2023. More than 25 courses were given as to us, but 8 courses were compulsory for every trainer to attend. But we had 17 thematic or option courses that were to be attended on option basis based on the interest of the participants. So these courses, one was pedagogical method, where on pedagogical method and techniques where we are trained how to approach our prospective class and how to deliver quite training material to the people. We also had a QGIS, the free software for geospatial analysis. With this, we got a wide experience on using different features in this QGIS. Also, we went through remote sensing and how we could know specific sensors, image, and so forth, and how we can apply those in our specified areas. We learned also about computer language through Python for geospatial data analysis, and also went through with the synthetic aperture radar for using radar system in monitoring of land, also ocean. We had time to learn about Copernicus services and how we can internalize to our localities. So we got a good understanding about Copernicus services, which now we are going now to disseminate the same information to the local community that we are going to train. So we got time to learn about using artificial intelligence in data processing, particularly using Google Engine, Google Earth Engine, also Google Cloud or not. So all these processing platforms where we got time to learn about this and how we can process images and deliver data for use using this processing platform. Lastly, we went through learning about mapping and creating web web. So all these were core courses we learned, and we are going, some of them, to deliver to the people where we are going to train. But we had a number of thematic courses. Those include about drought, land cover, mineral exploration, and also water management, and so forth. So all these thematic areas were intended to attract for us, apart from these courses, then those thematic areas were so much direct, particularly to the area of interest of the community we are going to serve. So our training modalities or learning environment was about in this feature. We had a training session where conducted online through Big Blue Button platform. This was the online platform that we used during the whole course of the training of 10 weeks. And the approach in training was just lecturing, but later practical demonstration. So we could start with the theoretical part to get insight of the everything that we were to be learning at that day. After that, we went through with the guided practical, where our trainer could guide us to the specific then after the practical, then we had to be given assignment to practice what the trainer was doing to make sure we become competent on that area. At the end of each course, we had a form where we could fill course evaluation and submit it to the trainer for maybe viewing and see and also look how the evaluation was. Going forward, after we got all the learnings, then we need to disseminate the knowledge we received to the community that we are going to serve. So in 2024, this year was projected because our study we completed in 2023. Then 2024 was dedicated for now to plan for implementing training. So each trainer in 2024 will organize own local training in his own country and his or her own university or area where the knowledge will be disseminated. So, but in my case, because we are diversified in the field that we are going to focus to the community, for my case, my local training will be addressed to the student and or to the local government and NGOs. And this is scheduled in collaboration with my mentor so that they can be available during the time where I'll be conducting the training in phase 2. Then we came to the convenient time that I will conduct this training in June, at the end of June and early July. The training project will be organized in 2 weeks. One will be completed for training sessions, but we have added components of carrying research in wildfire. And why wildfire was very important research for this, the area that I will be focusing to the audience that will be part of this training, it will be in the western part of Tanzania, where it is known to have gone through a high level of deforestation. So through that, then there is effort from NGOs and other environmental actors to promote people to undergo reforestation on the vegetation. So this effort has been in place for some times, but there are a lot of obstacles that hindered this now impact of that reforestation efforts. One of them is wildfire. Wildfire is an obstacle, particularly for the early regenerating or early planted trees. When wildfire come, wiped almost all trees. So we came with the idea that we need now to focus our research just to see, to assess extent that fire, mapping of the fire, and to propose response mechanism that will help people when they plant their trees. Then they will be able to grow those trees at a level that they will no longer being vulnerable to fire. So in my tentative training project, as I said, the training project for the first week that will start 26th June to 4th July, then I will focus in remote sensing to the people, because I know if this remote sensing, application of remote sensing will be taught, for example, for the students, then for currently, the number of postgraduate students taking a research in the remote sensing and GIS, there are very few people because of underlying cost behind. But with this free access to the data and images, we expect the impact of many students running to the application of this technology for land use, land cover changes detection or mapping assessment. The number will be increasing in our universities. So with that increase, then we'll be having a precise and recent technology for assessing or monitoring land. So with this, I will also make sure I explore all the sentinel images for this community to understand how they can use this free data in their area of research. But for the case of the local government, they will be using this in many areas. For example, local government would like to advise farmers, for example, with regard to weather, with regard to the situation of the generally cropping situation. So training them about every Sentinel 1, Sentinel 3, 4, 2, all this will help them to make informed decision or to their farmers to how they can manage their crops. But I will also teach about artificial intelligence to make sure people will be using a very recent technology and efficient one in image processing and also segmentation and classification. Copernicus services will also be very important for this community. I'm going to focus because they will understand how they will access this free data and to what extent this data will be available for them. But as I said, I will focus with research on wildfire, then particularly to help the community manage monitoring and managing this wildfire. Then I will also teach about disaster management and the application of remote sensing and GIS in wildfire management. So this will be the area of my focus. As I went through all over the training courses, I noted some of the issues that I could recommend for future. If the same project will take place, then Due to the persistent network problem, electricity inconsistency, and the participation issues of many of my colleagues, then I propose sometimes considering integrating both online training and physical training. And this will help a bit to intensify people to participate in this training to the significant level. But with that, thank you very much for your attention, and this marks the end of my presentation. But I know my colleagues are within this webinar. If I skipped some of the crucial issue, they can chip in and add up from where I ended. Thank you very much for your attention.